Hello and welcome back. This is Vinchenz and today we're going to be doing some solo Vaughn missions. We've just picked up a very difficult task in the asteroids around Yella. We're also going to check the difficult task, but this one's on Daymar, so we're not going to bother with that. So let's head over to the very difficult task and see what kind of loot we're going to get. There's the target's last known location, but unfortunately we haven't got a jump point to it, so we're going to jump to the nearest OM and see how much distance we've got left to travel. We've still got around 200 kilometers and we still have no jump marker, so I am going to do a quick Alt F4 relog and hopefully we will get a marker when we come back. That worked, we've relogged in and now we've got a jump marker, so let's head down and check out what ships there are. The first ship we got here is a C2, and this one's got 75 Gasping Weaver legs and 36 Taranite. Not bad for our first ship. The other ships we've got are a Freelancer, a Cutlass Black, and a Valkyrie. So we're not going to be too fussed about what's in them, because they probably won't be holding that much good cargo. So we're just going to start the mission off, take these guys down, and then we'll get in and loot the C2. You will notice in the bottom left of my screen there, I have got a crime stat of 3 already. I did do a mission just before, and basically it said the Kareah was down around Yella, I had no eyeball, and I got a crime stat as soon as I did the mission. Since I've now logged back in and done an Alt F4, I have actually got the eyeball in the top left, so we're going to get crime stats now. But there's not a lot we can do about it. We've already got the crime stat. We're already going to have to do jail time. So we're just going to crack on with doing a load of missions. I have had a lot of people asking to do some solo Vaughn missions, because a lot of the time I do it in a group. And we take the sort of top tier missions, which are very difficult to solo. So I'm just going to do some solo stuff to show people the level you can go up to comfortably and get some good loot in the process. And I almost think the loot on the very difficult and the difficult missions are actually better than the troublesome missions, which is kind of crazy. So I do actually prefer doing these, and we do even take them when we're doing the group missions as well. When we do the group missions, we just take everything around Yellow, whether it's troublesome, very difficult or difficult. But solo, I basically focus on the difficult and the very difficult. We are in the Taurus today, and I'm actually on one of my alt accounts. And so this ship doesn't quite have the setup as my main account. I think I've got 2 M7As and 2 repeaters currently equipped. So it's not the best kind of loadout. I have got 2 pips on the enemy ship, so that's not the best. But it does the job, and I feel like if I'm close enough, all the bullets hit anyway, so the damage is still pretty good. We have also got a bit of crackling sound in the game at the moment as well. I don't know what's going on. I seem to get it on some of my recordings and then not in others. As you can hear there, it's pretty bad. But then it does go away moments later, so I don't know what's going on, but it's something to do with the game. So the crime stat level's gone up higher now, and that is going to be quite a long time in prison. So maybe later in the video we'll nip down to Kareah and get rid of our crime stat as well. This is the first C2 I've got in the missions, and it is pretty full. Another thing I quite like about the lower level missions is they don't waste the cargo space with a load of other stuff, so you have to sift through loads of containers. You generally sort of get your good stuff and then not much else. I have only got the small tractor beam with me today, and these are big 32 SCU containers, so I'm just going to try and ram them into the cargo bay as fast as I can, and hope they just automatically stick to the grid like that. Normally I wouldn't be able to lift these containers if it was like in atmosphere or anything, but out in space the little tractor beam will still move them, which is pretty cool. As a backup, just in case I need it, I do have the tractor beam on the ship, and I often forget about that, but maybe I should use it a bit more. So we've got a few little ones that we can fit in as well, and there is also one big Taranite here. Unfortunately, the Taurus, as we all know, it can't fit more than 2 big 32 SCU containers on it. So I've tried to shove that in with the mini tractor beam, and now it is stuck on the cargo lift and I can't move it anymore. So let's jump in the ship and we'll see if we can cram it in there.
Welcome to Robert Space Industries. Enjoy the ride. System check.
Yeah, we've had a few attempts now, and that container is definitely not going in there. So we're just going to have to leave it here. Back in the ship now, and we have got well over 1 mil on board. So I think I'm just going to shoot to Grim Hex, hand this in, and then we'll get straight back out to do some more missions. We're going to send all this down, and then we're just going to get straight back on the ship and head straight back out into the asteroid field. Checking for missions once again, and we're going to hope to find one that is in the asteroid field. This one's on Daymar, so we're going to take it and then we're going to abandon it in the hope that the next one that pops up will be in the asteroid field. Coming in on the next mission now, and we've got a Caterpillar, we've got a Constellation, and we've got a Corsair. So I'm going to use this asteroid here while I start the fight, and hopefully that'll absorb a few of the hits, and maybe they'll even slam into it if I get lucky. The missiles are not working as usual. The odd missile works, and a lot of them don't. So they are a bit annoying at the moment, and they really do need to fix that in my opinion. How difficult can it be to get some missiles that actually work in this game? So they're just firing off into space, and it's just a complete waste of missiles and money. Especially when they're charging so much to restock them now, they could at least get them working for us. In the very difficult tasks now, you do take quite a bit of damage, and they're a lot more fun and sort of tactical than they were in previous patches. My right shield's gone fully down now, so I'm going to try and keep this guy sort of front left of me, and hopefully his shots will just hit the front and left shield rather than the right one. If you do it right during combat, you can sort of keep the target positioned where you want them so that they're only hitting specific shields, and then if one of your shields goes down, you can give it a bit of time to go back up while you let them hit the other shields. It is pretty cool, and you never really had to do this before in these lower level bounty hunter missions, so I am enjoying the space combat a lot more than I did in earlier patches. Trying to use as many asteroids as possible just to get a bit of cover when I need to get my shields back up. Right, 2 targets down, and we've just got the caterpillar left. The caterpillars do hurt quite a bit now as well, so having an asteroid here is the perfect cover. And this is one of my favourite ways to fight these bounty hunter missions. Just using an asteroid to give me a bit of cover and give me time to get my weapons back up and my shields back up. Caterpillar's taking a beating, and he's about to go down any minute. Right, so we didn't scan these before we started the mission, so let's hope this guy's got something good. Wow, and again, we have got 78 Gasping Weevil eggs and 17 Taranite. That is probably about another 1.5 mil, so off the first 2 missions, we've got 1.5 mil off the first one and 1.5 mil off the second one. So in about 35 minutes, we have made nearly 3 million credits, which is not bad going. If you're going solo, you can definitely make a few million per night. And if you're looking to buy any cool ships, like a big 890 jump or whatever, it's not really going to take that long to get the money for it. This is the Corsair. This one's got absolutely nothing in there, but it has got something that we want. So we're going to jump out the ship, and we're just going to scavenge this Corsair for some parts, and upgrade our Taurus in the process. I only need 2 of these M7As, but I am actually going to grab all 4, and I'll lower them down into my warehouse, just in case I need them on another ship in the future. But for now, we're really mainly looking for 2 M7As to fit on the back of the Taurus, and then we'll have a full complement of M7As. Definitely help the DPS, and it should get rid of the double pip that's been annoying me during these fights.
Landing gear deployed. Shields damaged.
This time when I head back to Grim Hex, for some reason the turrets don't like us and they are all targeting us. So I'm going to bug out of here quickly before they explode my ship and I lose all my cargo. And luckily enough, 5 minutes later when I come back, the turrets don't seem to be shooting at us at all. So we're just going to get in and land and lower these goods down. I don't know why they sometimes target you, the turrets, when you come back to Grim Hex. It only does it when you've got a crime stat, but obviously Grim Hex is meant to be a place where you can go with a crime stat, so it is a bit weird. It's almost like they act like normal stations rather than sort of a pirate station, and they just start shooting you, and it is pretty dangerous. They can really do a lot of damage, and obviously if you're coming back with a load of loot, you can lose all the loot you've been working for, and quite a lot of money. So we've got the guns off, one of the Weaver legs and some Taranite. And we're just going to lower these down first because those guns do take up a lot of room. And then we'll empty the rest of the ship. And then we'll see how much we've made in these first two very difficult tasks. So we're going to the admin office and we'll go to the commodity shop and let's see what we've got. Right, 21 SCU of Taranite, 193k, that's better than nothing. And we've also got 149 SCU of Gasping Weaver legs, of which it will only let me sell 600k's with. So I'm going to load in my bike, get tooled up, and let's head over to selling. I'm going to quickly nip to Kareah and get rid of this crime stat. There it is, Kareah. We're cruising in on our hover quad. And as we get closer to Kareah, we can see there's some guys on a Polaris that are inside the base. So hopefully they will have killed quite a few of the mobs, and we can get in there and get rid of our crime stat. This Polaris looks like it's been here for a while. I think it is destroyed. So maybe they've already left, or maybe they're still inside. Quick check to see if anyone's at the terminal getting rid of their crime stat. And we can see that there's players in the main room. There are quite a few dead mobs about, so I do think there's more than one player here. And here's another player coming down from upstairs. Right, we've taken down two players now. We're going to do a quick sweep. And then we'll head to the terminal, get our Tiger Claw in there, and hopefully we've got a bit of time to remove our crime stat, as everything seems quite quiet now.
Access granted.
When you come to Kareah on your own, the only annoying thing is that while you're trying to get rid of your crime stat, every time you kill someone, you are actually increasing your crime stat. So once the card has been fully initialized, you want to get rid of your crime stats, but make sure you don't shoot anyone, because if you do, your crime stat will just stay there. And if mobs keep coming, you won't actually manage to get rid of the crime stat that you came here to get rid of. Hopefully you get enough time to clear all the convictions, and you can get out of there quickly without having to engage any more of the mobs. I always select Diplomatic Immunity, and I just try and get the request done as quickly as possible so I can get out of here. We had a few aggravated assault charges, and a couple of homicide charges. Just got one left now, with crime stats still at number 3. But hopefully once this last one's cleared, we will have all crime stat gone. Taking some hits from a guard. Let's just hope it all goes clear now, which it has done, and let's just get the hell out of here. Mission accomplished, guys. Crime stat gone, made a few mil doing our Vaughn missions, and the night was pretty successful if you ask me. So we're going to hop back on the hover bike, head back to our ship, and then we'll just go and log at Grim Hex. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked the video. I hope this answered some of the questions that you guys have been asking me. Please like and subscribe to support the channel. And until next time, take it easy.